What's going on, everyone? This is Jeff at Geek Driven. We are here for an episode of Movie and Shows where we're going to review the Superman teaser trailer. I know you see a couple of guys who you've not seen before. These are my pals in the comic community. Well, I've known them for actually a little while, especially Jarrell. Fittingly, he is here, and his name is Jarrell. Um, but let's introduce them. We got Norman down there in the bottom. Norman, how you doing?
Oh, can you hear me? Sorry.
Yes. Yeah.
Hi.
And then we've got Jarrell over on the top right. Obviously, he is definitely named after Superman's father. But Jarrell, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. Thank you for having me on the show.
Yeah,
First
man.
time.
Thanks. I appreciate you guys being on the show. So we're gonna review and talk about the trailer. But before we get started, let me give a shout out to our sponsors. If you want to get unlimited cover price for 30 days for only 99 cents, you just got to type in the code Nerdvana14. It's a great tool to keep track of your comic book collection and the current market. And then you go over to our pals at Bird City Comics. You can get 10% off your purchase by typing the code TNH10. You can get yourself some store exclusives from them. And then you can go over to our pal DisplayGeek.com. You can get 10% off your first purchase by typing the code Team Nerdherd. It's a great way to keep your toys, your Funko Pops, your video games protected. And then we give a shout out to our horseman, Uncle Rudy. Follow him at Santee Rudy 1 on Instagram. And then our resident DJ, Eddie, you can follow him at Beats by Monster. All right. And then we've got a couple, we've got one person, GTK Comic. Thank you so much for always jumping in. So he's gone in and out a couple of times. But anyways, what did you guys what did you guys think of the trailer?
So I'm actually super happy that crypto's in it. Yeah.
Yes. I totally forgot he was in it.
Are we talking about spoilers and stuff or whatever? I guess not really spoilers.
So just in case, obviously we spoiled something already, but if you haven't watched the trailer, go watch the trailer first, then come back and watch our review. We don't want to spoil anything before you actually see it. So we definitely would appreciate you guys checking that out first and then coming over to us to watch a review. But yeah, you know what? Let me see if I can get the slide going here. Shoot. I don't even...
Wait, there's a slide? Like, what do I...
Well, Jeff's a professional, so he's got all this.
You know what? There's something... I don't even think I could put the slide up, to be honest. This is weird. Well, anyways, you guys talk about what you liked or didn't like about the trailer really quick, and let me see if I can get that.
Oh, I mean, I can tell you one thing I didn't like. I did not like Clark's hair.
Yeah, exactly. I was gonna say that. It looks
like a wig, but I think it's real hair. It just looks like a wig.
Too. I think they tried to unkept it to make it look kind of like more.
I don't know. I just thought it looked like an alpaca Gen Z haircut. That's what I thought it looked like. I was like, what's wrong with this? And then he looked okay in the office. He looked better. But like when the one scene where he's walking down the street,
yeah,
I was like, dude, this looks so fake. Like this hair, it doesn't want to move. And it's like, I don't know. It looked really stiff. But I mean, the trailer looked a little corny, but kind of good corny. That's like what I could say. I mean, Green Lantern, I did not know because I was telling you yesterday that the only thing I knew really was just crypto. That's it. That's the only thing I heard.
Oh, did you know that it was that kind of a dog?
No, I was expecting like a short hair colored, like the one from the comic.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it looks fine.
That's the only thing I was thinking about too. I think like his dog isn't like if you were to talk about crypto and like Ace the Bat Hound, they've got like this like demeanor again with them. And like I don't know if like you were to put up crypto up against like whatever Batman's Ace is gonna be, I don't think like Crypto looks as menacing, or not menacing, but he doesn't look as like strong, I guess.
Is Crypto supposed to talk?
No, he's not Cosmo.
But I was like, it's James Gunn, and I'm like, is it gonna turn into like a Rocket Raccoon Groot situation? Like that's what I was thinking. In my head, I was like, I hope he doesn't do it.
I don't know if Crypto's ever had really dialogue other than in like
I don't know, but the opening into the Yamcha shot was kind of funny. That's what I thought. I was kind of laughing because, dude, like it was like legitimately like that's Yamcha. He's he's dead. I don't know if you have a slide for that, but that's like it's Yamcha from Dragon Ball.
Yeah, a lot of people have been saying that online.
Well, I mean, he's like curled up.
I didn't even think about it. Yeah, that's funny.
There's a lot of weird stuff in this. I'm just like, I don't know, because I was like, I don't know, because Superman's such a straight up hero. You know what I mean? Like,
right?
Like he's a straight hero. Like he needs the Batman to be like, you know, the opposite. And then James Gunn's the one doing it, and he's never done like a straight up person character in his movies, as I recall. Everybody's been an anti-hero.
Well, I think that's why I think it's going to rely a lot on like the other characters that you see in there. And
what Guy Gardner Edgar haircut?
Well,
it was pretty spot on though. Yeah, the haircut. I was like, oh shoot.
Straight up Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah, it looked pretty legit. I was like, oh.
And then
I don't even think it's just the hair either. If you guys noticed, his nose was off. Like I think he has prosthetic. Crooked? Yeah, no, I think it's like bigger.
Oh, like the edit. Oh, kind of like how they did to Matt Damon and that.
Yeah,
like,
I'm
as a joke.
Pretty sure they did.
Oh, I mean, yeah. I don't even know how he's supposed to look like in real life though. Like the actor, I don't know how he looks like.
It's Nathan Fillion.
Is that really Nathan Fillion? Wow,
yeah,
you got me on that one. Is that his real hair?
No.
I gotta look this up.
Oh, yeah. I'm having problems. I can't open this damn slide. It's saying it's too big. What the hell?
Damn, that's what she said. Actually, sorry, I don't know the age audience. You're
nah, it's cool. They're straight up adults. It'll work. Okay. Yeah, this is really it's really bad actually.
Let's see how fast you can re-edit.
Okay.
Re-edit it quickly.
I did re-edit it. I re-uploaded it too.
Wait, did you upload the whole trailer in the slideshow or something?
I think what I'm going to need to do is I think I need to share my entire screen, which is going to suck, but that's the way it's going to have to be. So
you don't need to see our mugs.
Oh, you know what's weird? The thumbnail.
Oh, here we go.
He looks like Spider-Man. The guy that plays Spider-Man.
The who?
What's his name? Tom Holland. Like, there's literally a screen cap of him. The one where they throw like a can at his face, like back of his head as he's walking.
Yeah.
He looks like freaking Tom Holland. I'm like, why does he look like a older Tom Holland? That could just be the way it is.
All right, I think I got it to work. Thank goodness.
Yeah, okay, nice. I can see stuff.
All right.
Just replace my face with that.
It's the full screen, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well,
cool.
You can see your slides on the left.
Yeah, like you're editing or what you're looking at. I mean, it's fine. I'm fine with it.
Let me see. Hold on. Oh, that's weird. Okay, hold on.
I do like that poster though on both of them. So that was pretty good.
Yeah, the poster on the right reminds me of Jock's.
The prism. He's like sitting on the throne, right?
No, I was more like the one.
Is it bigger now?
No, nothing changed. It basically we can see the whole entire editing and everything. I mean,
you're not in slideshow mode, basically. So.
Yeah, isn't it bottom right?
The bottom right,
like that arrow thing. Yeah, that one. Click it.
Nope.
No. Never mind. I guess we're not gonna.
No.
What about the one next to the minus sign on the bottom right?
Next to the minus, bottom right.
So you can tell we're showing her how old we are.
Left.
How much difficult this is for us.
That one. Left. That one.
That do anything?
No.
Yeah, of course.
Absolutely not. But we can see notes if you put notes, though.
All right.
Oh.
Well, no, I didn't put any notes. So this is just the way it's going to have to be because I am having issues. So,
My screen is like super bright.
but actually, this helps me too because now I can see everything. Oh well. Hopefully, people will be able to see the slide. So, anyways, here is the trailer. Yeah, obviously, this is the on the right here is the new poster.
Yeah, that one reminds me of that comic book, The Superman Son of Kal-El #1, the New York Comic Con exclusive.
Oh, the Jock
cover?
The
Jock photo. Yeah, like it's just a zoomed in version.
It looks good.
Yeah, I dig it. It's colorful and it's very Christopher Reeve like.
Yeah. Did you guys like the suit? Like how it looks on him?
I'm cool with it. I have no issues with it.
I mean, he's not like Henry Cavill, but how is it? Is he supposed to be older than Henry Cavill? I'm confused.
I don't think so. I think he's supposed to be younger.
Because I thought this was supposed to be based on middle-aged Superman.
Well,
no. So this is
31
supposed to be
in real life.
He is. Oh,
I think this is supposed to be based off of it's not his origin and it's not like his first year. It's more like a second or third year Superman.
Oh, it's like it's trying to be that thing. So then he's like getting beat up because he sucks or something, or he's not like fully Superman.
Well, I think there's a reason why he gets beat up, but we'll have to get to that in a bit. So obviously here's the poster.
Yeah.
Here's the new DC logo for the studios. Well, new / old.
I know it's the classic. I like it, to be honest. So.
Yeah. And then it comes out on July 11th of 2025. And if you notice, the font and the glow is the exact same, basically, as the original Superman movie.
Oh.
So I think that's why it's a little nostalgic. You also got the tagline is "Look Up," where the tagline for the original movie was "You'll believe a man can fly."
Oh, here it is.
And then there's Yamcha Superman. Obviously, he fell to the ground. He is quite beat up. And if you notice, he is in the snow. So we all assume that he's somewhere near the Fortress of Solitude.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
And he whistles, and there's this thunderous sound, and all of a sudden you see the snowball coming towards you. And of course, the best part is the James Gunn version of Krypto. If you guys don't know, James Gunn had adopted a dog during the filming of this movie. And actually, his dog looks like this, except a different color. It's like brown and black. So I think this was his inspiration for Krypto
to do that.
This version of Krypto. What's that again?
To do this, this dog is the choice because you mentioned. I mean, it's not bad. I don't.
Do you think they're gonna do the origin story of Krypto like they did in the original Krypto origin story, or do you think they're gonna do something like a retcon or something completely different, or do you think they're even gonna do it at all?
I think they might have to explain why he has a Krypto and why Krypto is
it might be like a brief flashback, maybe.
Yeah,
because there's a lot of characters in this.
Because I mean, he has multiple origins, right? Like there's a story where he arrives before Superman gets here because that's what the Kryptonians did was they send out these probes, and he was in it.
Yeah, he was basically the monkey in the spaceship.
Right.
Yeah.
He's basically Cosmo from the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Mm-hmm.
Or he was derailed and arrived here after Superman arrived. Kind of like a Supergirl story. And so I don't know. I don't know which way they're going to go.
And I think in the other one, the animated one, he was there to keep baby Clark
company.
Happy. Yeah, company in the pod.
I think so.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, so
he's not the hugest character, but I'm glad he's there.
Dude, he's a fan favorite, man.
he said fan favorite. That's him. The only fan, dude. Just kidding.
I mean, if you're a dog lover, how can you ever be upset? Um, it gave me the feels when I first saw him because I was actually kind of confused. I totally forgot Crypto was in the movie. I know James Gunn had mentioned it a long time ago. He put up the picture. That's why there was that picture of him and Superman sitting there. I think they're looking at the moon. And
No, sitting on the moon.
Looking at Earth, I think.
They're sitting on the moon
looking at
looking
Earth.
at Earth.
Yeah.
Earth, yeah.
Oh yeah, they're on the moon. Right.
Mhm.
And so like I totally forgot. And when he whistled, I was like, huh?
Oh yeah, it just came out like.
Well, the moment he whistled, I was like, "Oh, that's gonna be Crypto."
And you just heard the noise.
Yeah.
I kind of like the rendition of the music. It's pretty nice, but it felt very 80s because it's like a remake, like guitar riff thing. It's kind of
so
cool.
yeah, they base that whole the music that they played obviously is the old John Williams version of Superman theme, but a new twist by John Murphy with the guitar riffs. If you guys even notice, like it very much felt like the intro of Voltron. Like it sounded like the intro of Voltron.
And you mentioned yesterday about Top Gun, and it's
Yes.
like,
Oh, it kind of did.
it sounds like you're watching Top Gun, kind of
Right.
too. The guitar riffs.
He's supposed to fly, man.
Yeah, so I mean that's and James Gunn said he was inspired by the new Top Gun movie, so I can see why he went there. There's a bunch of shots of Crypto. Superman tells him, take me home. I mean, and that's this is literally the most amount of words anyone says in the whole trailer.
Yeah, everything else.
He says, "Crypto, home, take me home," and Crypto grabs the cape and drags him off.
Yeah, dude, he pulls a Bolto, man. Like mush. Let's go.
I mean, it's
cool.
really. It's
I'm
cool.
fine with it. I'm happy with it.
I'm happy because I don't know. In this world, it feels like the world is a cynical world, but it's not a dark world. It's not a Zack Snyder like
it's
completely dark and gritty world. This is
it
not
feels pretty
Batman.
bright.
Yeah. So I'm glad that he made this decision, and I think people enjoy it. I honestly think there's going to be plenty of moments with Crypto that we'll enjoy, hopefully. And then of course we get a shot of the Kent farm. Very different looking than most of the depictions of the Kent farm in the past. It just seems like a house in the middle of nowhere with some cows.
Isn't that mostly?
It's a farm.
Yeah.
Right, but I mean, it's you usually see a barn.
True, I guess.
Right,
like Smallville.
You're right.
You got that
But I mean,
Smallville
it's
one.
also in other versions, like the original Superman movie.
Yeah.
Mm.
So this one, we technically won't see the origin of Superman, right?
Right. Technically,
Okay.
we're not going to see the origin. Here is Paul Kent.
Damn, they made
Jonathan
him old,
Kent.
dude.
Yeah, he's old and overweight, but and there's people online complaining about it because he doesn't look like
Why?
He doesn't look like the what's his name?
Kevin Costner.
Look, doesn't that look like Tom Holland with a wig?
I guess so, but if you think about it, that's probably the age range of like
I guess
the Zoomers. Is that what they call them? Zoomers generation?
Oh.
Yeah. So like,
I don't know.
they all have that kind of hairstyle, and I'm okay with it. It looks a little greasy.
Yeah.
A little
I like
Tom
that inside the
Holland-ish.
office, and when he's in the office part, that was pretty good.
Yeah,
The next slide, is
like
that
right here.
one. That one I don't like.
right. So actually,
Dude, he's tall though. So that's good.
I think he's 6'4" or 6'5".
So he's like a good 4 inches taller than
He's 6'4", yeah.
Henry.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So he's actually a legit like. This is probably how tall Superman would have been, right, in the comics.
I think so. Well, it'd be like Christopher Reed's height. Wasn't Christopher Reed 6'3" when he was playing him?
I don't know if he's 6'3". Yeah, maybe 6'3".
Yeah.
But yeah, this version of Clark Kent, like I kind of.
6'4". Yeah, he was 6'4".
Oh, is he 6'4"? Oh, they're the same
okay.
height. That's awesome.
Man, it totally would match Christian Bale's Batman. I'm just saying, because it's like Batman's shorter.
I think they made him look this way because all the talk about, oh, well, how could you not tell who Superman is? Just the difference is the glasses.
Oh,
So now,
I guess that's true. Yeah.
if you looked at him, you wouldn't say he really looked like a Superman.
Immediately, no, yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I think they did a good job of like separating Clark Kent and Superman himself. So there's a little bit more of an argument that you can't tell that he's Superman.
I mean, doesn't the hair change too? I mean, the hair change also.
The hair changes for Superman if you come back up here.
It's like slicks back or whatever.
Yeah, so he slicks it back. So yeah, there is a difference. And I know this wasn't in the trailer itself. This was actually in the teaser trailer. So here's a depiction of the top of the Daily Planet. This is the entrance to the Daily Planet. Even has the address on here. And if you like, people are talking about, oh, well, the Daily Planet must be online. Obviously, there are still people who read the newspaper. So,
well, they didn't really say when the time frame was. So,
I think it's today.
Oh, it is supposed to be modern.
Mm-hmm. Oh. It's very modern. Everyone has cell phones.
Oh, okay. I did not notice that.
And they have fresh handmade cupcakes.
Yes.
And red velvet, coconut, and lemon.
I see. Coconut and lemon.
Definitely today.
That's true. They wouldn't take that shit before.
Here's another look of Clark Kent.
Yeah, it looked better right here. A little better.
Yeah, a little less moppy.
Yeah, a little less alpaca, a little more.
I kind of dig the decor of the inside of the Daily Planet too. There's a lot of historical, like maps and kind of how do you the decor is very like futuristic. From the 50s or 60s.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like it's like
30s. Yeah,
like the modern version from the 50s. Like
right,
modern. Yeah.
Yeah, even
I know, you know what I mean, though.
His glasses even have like a kind of commonality with Christopher Reeves's Clark Kent glasses.
That's true.
Just like more modern.
And then,
wait, does it become Superman get buffer?
This also wasn't in the trailer. It was in the teaser trailer the day before. Oh. So it's a shot of the inside of the Daily Planet, but you get 4 or 5 of the main Daily Planet reporters or employees that were casted. You've got, obviously in the front, you've got Lois Lane, you got Jimmy Olsen on the right, you got Cat Grant on the left, and I forgot this guy's name over here.
Is it Robbie? Is it Robbie to the left?
He's supposed to be that sports guy. Yeah.
Oh.
So, and I think this guy's also, he was set to be casted. I don't know exactly what kind of journalist he is. But yeah.
Is Will Reeve in there?
Will Reeve.
So supposedly, Christopher Reeve's son.
Is
is
in here?
Supposed to be a TV reporter, according to the cast
Yes,
list.
he is in the movie,
but like probably as a small cameo.
I'm not sure if he's here. If he was, I would. You know what? I don't even know what he looks like. I know he kind of looks like his dad.
Kind of, yeah.
So I don't see him in here.
It's like a Superman within Superman.
And I don't think they did show him. I think they wanted to save that for the movie, or maybe for one of the bigger trailers.
Next slide.
Then you've got Superman flying by Luthor Corp, and you see the back of Lex, and of course it is Nicholas Hoult. He is quite upset. I think
Nicholas Hoult looks so young to me in this. I don't know why.
He does. Some points he looks really young, but then some points he kind of looks like a very mature, middle-aged kind of Lex Luthor. So I dig that too. Like he's not as young as looking as I thought he would be for Lex Luthor.
Yeah.
So I'm okay with that.
Right here, he looks pretty young.
He's also 6'3", so he can stand up right next to
Superman.
I like that.
Yeah.
I really
fall
do.
Down.
Also, we've got the Luthor Corp insignia here. If you guys know, in the comic books, it's usually Lex Corp. Actually, the only time I've ever seen anything related to Superman that said Luthor Corp was Smallville.
Oh
yeah.
I didn't think about that.
I don't ever remember seeing it in the comic books. It could have been, or but I know it was usually called Lex Corp.
Oh, maybe this is like he just took over kind of thing.
Right. That's why maybe he looks so young as well. That's a young Lex. So maybe his father just passed away and he is just taking over or something like that. And if you guys can't see it, but right here, you see where my cursor is?
Yeah.
There's actually a person right here.
Is it a person or is it
It's
crypto?
It's definitely a person, and I think they were able to zoom in and it was the engineer.
No way. Really?
Yeah. So she was walking on top of the LexCorp bridge.
Oh yeah, that's kind of cool. Damn, that little detail would be like crazy.
And then you've got this picture here of the little girl walking across the street or walking in front of the building, and obviously there's a monster's foot right behind it. And I think this is like one of the coolest parts of the whole trailer was Superman swooping in to save her.
They showed the action, like what's gonna be the action in here, like a little teaser of it. It's kind of cool.
And if you guys ever like see it in slow motion, it looks like a blur coming to her, but she's in like perfect frame. Like there's no blur around her. It's just he's blurred because he's moving so fast.
And then it then it slows down and you see him.
Exactly, it slows down and he just saves her. I believe this is probably the very beginning of Superman arriving to fight the monster. The first thing he does is save this girl.
Yeah, because she's oblivious, it looks like, from the first frame.
And everything else around is not really destroyed or anything like that either.
Exactly. So the monster had just gotten there and Superman arrives. But if you notice something here, there's a flag here and a street name.
And what does it say?
It says Ross. So the street name is Ross, obviously for Alex Ross, the creator of Kingdom Come. And if you know what this is, if you know anything about the sports world in Metropolis, I think this is the Metropolis Meteors.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that's pretty cool, a little cool detail. And then of course you've got the kaiju fighting Superman. And you can see how small Superman is compared to this monster.
Yeah, that's pretty nice.
That's pretty crazy. And I put here, like, this is not the first time Superman has fought monsters. He's fought plenty of dragons and monsters in the comic books. And I know people are saying it looks kind of goofy, but I don't. I mean, it's a monster. Who cares?
It's a salamander.
Right. It kind of looks like a salamander, yeah. I mean, also look at it. It's like bright. It's not super dark. So I guess he's trying to really go opposite of, the previous, which is fine.
I just think it should be. I like it this way. And I know the creature looks a little goofy because maybe, because in the world of DC Comics, there's a lot of companies, right? A lot of scientific labs, science labs, right? Star Labs. You got LexCorp. You've got there's more.
Stag. The one that? Stag is the one that they showed, right?
Yes.
This is supposed to establish the whole universe, right? So like, I guess he's just trying to open all the gates of what's going to be in here.
Right. And if it was me, I would think there's a possibility that this monster was actually created by one of those labs.
Yeah, true.
Right. So maybe that's why it looks a little silly, because maybe it's a little closer to an animal, but overgrown.
Is there like a Wayne Industry somewhere in here?
I'm sure. I bet there is somewhere. That'd be cool.
It's probably hidden in the darkness.
Well, they have that what do you say? Stag Industries is supposed to be based in Gotham. So,
but they might have changed it around.
Or I mean, they could just be shipping stuff to there. So I mean, it could be any excuse for it to be there.
Or it could have, an office here in Metropolis.
Yeah.
I thought this was a cool shot. Him flying through the fire.
Oh yeah, this look pretty sweet.
And then there's these buildings that crumple over from that battle. People are saying there's 3 buildings there. I'm saying there's 2 buildings and a monster.
Oh, like Superman punched him in there?
Right.
Do you think he's going to amp the destruction up just to like...
Well, I mean, shoot. I mean,
you have a kaiju monster.
Yeah, the thing's as big as the building. There's 2 buildings being knocked over. I mean, that's a lot of destruction. I mean, if we all know about 2 buildings getting knocked over,
Um,
we know how big that destruction is, right?
yeah. True.
So, and then
this
you
must be
got
Metropolis, eh?
yeah, I think they got people pissed off at him.
I'll see Tom Holland picture.
Here's the guy throwing the can. There's people with cell phones.
I guess it's sponsored by Apple.
Even though they all look like they're dressed from the 70s and 80s.
See, that's what I'm saying. It's weird. It has like that weird vibe, like it's supposed to be back in the day.
Well, see, here's the thing. I think James Gunn is going back to the world of DC Comics. Was based on sci-fi, right?
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
And sci-fi, like it's like a futuristic view from the past. So I can see where he's like mixing the media here.
Yeah, dude, like who uses paper bags anymore? Like, like
people don't care about the environment.
Don't you know you need that super thin plastic that we despise over here?
Oh my god, it's so hilarious. And if you can tell, he's all burnt up. His suit's burnt up. There's soot on his cape.
You think this is right after the monster?
I think it's right after. I think it's right after the buildings fall.
And he crushed these people's homes. They're like,
yeah, maybe there's gonna be some.
Yeah, there's some collateral damage.
Yeah.
People could have died.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, I like how he's a little squiggly thing. What is it called? I don't know.
This little curly.
Yeah. He gave it to him. It's right there.
There's even more curly here. We got Stag Industries in the background. He walked into the Stag Industries building. If you guys know who Simon Stagg is, he's the guy who created Stag Industries and also Metamorphose in this movie. And he's highly connected to Stag Industries and Simon Stagg. I'll explain that later.
I don't know. I have Justin Hammer vibes.
Yeah. Then you've got Green Lantern coming in.
For a loop. I did not know this. So what?
It's crazy. Look at that bowl haircut. And see, look how big that nose is.
I mean, maybe it's because of the haircut.
They could be.
I don't know. It could be. You might be right. Maybe they did the whole looper thing where they added the nose prosthetic.
Yeah, I don't think his nose is that naturally.
Yeah, big. So then they would scrunch his face more together.
Yeah. Also, I kind of want to hear what he sounds like if he's gonna just be Nathan Fillion. Now I'm just thinking about it.
Yeah, I kind of wonder what he's gonna sound like. I bet you whatever it is going to be annoying. And then we gotta.
That's what he's supposed to be, right? I did not know is a Hawk Girl, right?
Yes, Hawk Girl.
I didn't know she's gonna be here. I'm kind of happy she's in it.
Well, if you look here, Mr. Terrific's right behind Guy Gardner. There's something weird here.
The backpack?
Because from the trailer at one point, Hawk Girl is actually standing behind Guy Gardner, but she's not in this picture.
Oh,
she's actually supposed to be right here. So I'm kind of wondering if maybe they edited her out because there's some other things that they didn't want to show.
So do you think the Justice League is already a thing here?
No, it is not a thing.
That's why I got confused. I was thinking that too.
James, so there just lives other heroes.
Yes, there are other heroes in this universe before Superman arrived. So in Man of Steel, Superman arrived, and then there were superheroes.
Mm-hmm.
In this world, heroes, just like the DC comics, heroes actually exist before Superman ever arrived.
It'd be kind of cool to get the Golden Age.
Yeah,
Flash it's the precursor to what do you call it? Doomsday Clock, or I'm just kidding.
No, I don't think the Justice League existed. I think maybe it's possible the Justice Society existed, but like in World War II. And that like these are like heroes that continued on from the Justice Society, newer heroes, and then Superman arrives.
Oh, that thing established this universe and that's how it is. That's why they
exactly.
So Guy Gardner puts up like a little smoke screen so people don't look at it pretty much.
Basically, some kind of like green screen so they can't see through.
Or he's probably hitting something right there at this picture. He's probably hitting Hot Girl.
Then we get some pictures of some. They
People
look
in
like
Hawaii.
they're scientists or archaeologists or something like that.
They're the ones that poke the kaiju, I'm guessing.
No, this is actually you know that so I'll show you. It's part of this landscape. So
Oh.
they're in this country. But Bravia, I think it's supposed to be the name of this country, this made up country in DC Comics. And
there was some controversy about this, right?
Yeah, people are talking about like, oh, maybe it's the Middle East.
They're trying to relate
in
to
Africa.
that?
Yeah, so I don't think it has anything to do necessarily with our current times.
No, that's
in that sense.
What movie did they just do that had something like that, and they had to reshoot or remove it because it had some connotations to the
current events?
Yeah.
No, they didn't reshoot it. You're thinking of probably The Boys. They had to put a warning on because it had to deal with assassination.
Oh yeah.
But they didn't change anything. They couldn't.
It's right after the attempts, right?
Yeah. And then it was like all the basically planning and all that stuff was going on in the episode.
So yeah, this is back in the day. I think it's Superman 2 is the first appearance of Barovia. But yeah, so I mean, I think that's what these guys are connected to. They're in Barovia doing some scientific research or archaeology dig
for Hawaii, man. Like that's what it looks like.
And then you've got the flag that the kid puts up.
So
he makes.
I'm assuming there's like I guess a rebellion, and they're using Superman as their symbol of freedom.
No, there was a TV screen that said a news station. On the bottom it says that there's soldiers at the border, so it looks like there's about to be a war going on between maybe two countries.
Yeah, and then the kid in the next scene says "Save us, Superman" or something like that.
Yeah, he basically. This is like a heart-wrenching part. This is like the part where you're like, oh, this is like the old Superman. Where like it's and this goes to the whole gods and monsters concept that James Gunn put up.
Yeah.
It's like he's praying.
True.
Right?
Yeah.
He's praying for help, and he's praying to Superman basically. And he's hoping that Superman can come save them because they're about to be killed. He's literally right here running. Everyone's running past him, and he's putting up the flag.
I think it'd be pretty badass if the what is it from the Red Sun Superman from Russia comes. He just like boom.
And I believe this is also in the same country. You can tell those archaeologists, scientists, they're all right here ducking down.
Oh yeah.
There's their tent in the background, and you've got these soldiers who are attacking them. I actually think the person right here next to Mr. Terrific is actually Lois Lane, reporting.
Oh, I guess she would be at like the conflict zone,
right?
For them, yeah, that makes sense.
And my theory is these guys in these Hawaiian shirts work for Stag Industries. And they're doing some kind of archaeological scientific dig, and Mr. Terrific's there to protect them because the war is about to break out.
Well, so who's attacking them then?
So for what everybody's been saying online, their outfits are green and purple. And the person that we know related to green and purple is Lex Luthor in the comic books.
Oh, okay.
So these could be Luthor Corp soldiers, something like that. Like they have like a private army.
I wouldn't be surprised.
So yeah, I mean, and it would go to my theory when I'll tell you guys later. And I think it's connected to this person right here, Metamorpho. So this is played by Anthony Kerrigan. If you guys have ever watched Gotham, he was Victor Saz. If you ever watched Barry, he was on Barry on HBO.
He's Barry? Damn.
No, he's not Barry. He's like
another dude.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
With the weird accent.
The bald-headed guy. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that guy. Like he's like more comedian in that Barry series.
Yes.
Like a
Did
joke.
you hear? Did you see that other video where they think that this might be some sort of Bizarro type character?
No,
Oh, really?
it's not Bizarro.
I know, but some other person was saying that, but it doesn't make any sense to be.
Too soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you look at this picture of Metamorpho in the comic book,
He looks
you
pretty
know,
on. Spot
it's
on
the
there.
face is the same.
Yeah.
Like
You
all
can
the
even
design.
See, you can even see the other elements on his shoulder.
Exactly, like a rock element, like
I mean, yeah,
crystal element.
Should be him.
Yeah, so it's definitely him. And then you've got a shot of Lex Luthor in a
James Bond
tuxedo, with a gun, a revolver, and some people are thinking, oh, he might have a kryptonite bullet. I don't even know if kryptonite would even be in this movie, to be honest.
Maybe he might do it. It makes
it would make sense if he did,
because then it makes the first scene make sense. He got shot.
Yeah, but I don't think he ever got shot. I think he really got beat up, and I'll tell you why and where I think he got beat up.
All right.
Then you've got Superman breaking out, but if you notice on the sides, there are two people on each side of him in like a different cube, like prison.
Oh,
and it looks like they're like shooting, like one person is shooting the other person with some kind of energy. Some people are saying this is Metamorpho that's shooting the victim,
yeah,
or the captured prisoner. I'm not sure. I'm sure we will find out. And then we get a shot of Fortress of Solitude.
I'm kind of happy that the crystals are back.
Yes, I mean, thank goodness that they didn't change that. That's cool. And then this shot here. So this is him being upset that the robot is pretty much dying or dead.
Do you think that somebody got in?
Yeah, and I'll explain who.
Okay.
This is I think it's supposed to be Calyx, right? A version of Calyx. And if everybody knows, Calyx was like the protector of the Fortress of Solitude. He also was a teacher for Superman.
Yeah, Alfred. Yeah,
He's basically Alfred to Superman.
But he also had like the knowledge of Krypton.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. Yeah.
So he when Superman was growing up, he was teaching Superman.
So I'm calling it. Voice of this guy is Alan Tudyk.
I wouldn't doubt that at all.
That would make sense.
I actually think that's who it is too. That's a good call.
Yeah.
And if you guys notice, this robot doesn't look like Calyx, the real Calyx that's in the gold.
Yeah.
This is what the original design of Calyx, well, similar to that is the original design. But his design is like a K2, right? But if you ever watched or read All-Star Superman or watched All-Star Superman, the animation, these are his robots that protect the Fortress of Solitude.
Are you thinking of one of those?
So I think he mixed and matched it together. So he took the All-Star Superman robots and made one of them Calyx. And that's why he has a cape. And then
that kind of makes sense with the cape.
Obviously, he's Superman fights this black noir looking guy.
I thought you just said the boys. That's funny.
He is in the Metropolis Meteors Stadium, and then some people are calling him Ultraman. So he has a big U on his chest. So I think they're calling him Ultraman, but he's not the Ultraman from the comics. So Ultraman from the comics is from a different Earth.
Yeah, he's part of the Superman. That's for sure.
Is it Earth 3 or Earth 2? I can't remember which one of those it was from, but he's supposed to be part of the crime syndicate.
Yeah,
where it's like an evil version of the Justice League. So I think he's supposed to be a mixed match of Ultraman and Bizarro.
Man, there's a lot of characters.
Or even maybe Superboy, because I think it's a clone of Superman. So, and then we get a cool shot from the promo shot where you saw a suit. You got the creature in the back with the green tentacles, and then you got Lois here with him. Obviously, not that.
I feel like that's the end of the movie.
That's what I feel too, right? Like,
and he's like, okay, I'll see you again, Lewis, and then boom, he just disappears,
Right.
stuff like that thing.
Yeah, this is like a normal thing now. Now that we got to the end of the movie, this is a normal happening where we're going to be fighting monsters.
It's very James
Right?
Gunny.
Yes. And it even feels like the monster's actually fighting already with somebody else, which could be Green Lantern.
Oh yeah.
Or somebody shooting some purple stuff. I don't know. But yeah, that's why maybe he's not going off. And then there's a couple of people who we didn't see in the trailer. So this is supposed to be Martha Kent, Ma Kent.
Maybe they're trying to get away from the whole Martha thing.
Yeah, we didn't see Tessmacher, Miss Tessmacher. We didn't see Otis. So this is the guy playing Otis now. We didn't see Sean Gunn, James Gunn's brother, who's supposed to be playing Maxwell Lord.
Is he just in all his cameos in all his movies?
Oh yeah, I mean it's his brother.
Do you think it's the same? Do you think it's gonna be the same Maxwell Lord? Well, I guess it couldn't be the one in
not in Wonder Woman. No.
No, yeah, okay.
Oh
no, I don't think he's gonna play him the same way. I think he's gonna play him as a ruthless businessman.
Oh, okay.
And we
think he's gonna be all buff.
Yeah,
Works out.
Sean's not that buff. And then we didn't really get to see too much of the engineer. Like I said, I think that only shot of her was that little person on top of the bridge.
I guess that could make sense.
But I do have a theory. So my theory comes back to seeing Green Lantern and Hawk Girl and Mr. Terrific. So they're inside Stag Industries, right?
Yeah.
And people are saying all those internet sleuths who are able to like get higher resolution on this stuff. Mm-hmm. They're saying they have a corporate logo on their outfits. That's why they all look the same. Like it's kind of like generally looking the same. Like the way his outfit looks is the same color scheme as Hawk Girl's.
Oh, you think like the whole part of Stag Industries?
Right. So they're like they're corporatized or privatized superheroes, kind of like in The Boys, right?
That would make sense, I guess. Yeah.
Right. And it would make more sense just because if the Justice Society existed before, then they started regulating superheroes.
Yeah.
Right. And now they're corporatized or they're privatized. Right. They can't act on their own, kind of like in Marvel with Civil War.
Yeah.
With the Sokovian Accords. So I think Stag Industry has a team of Hawk Girl, Guy Gardner, and Mr. Terrific.
Okay. And do you think they're engineering these superheroes?
Like these guys, I don't think they're engineered. I think they're aliens. Yeah. I mean,
well,
the Lantern, there's the ring, there's no way. I don't think they could have created that. Hawk Girl is definitely an alien. Mr. Terrific is the most intelligent person on the planet, like the second or third most intelligent. So like I think it's highly possible they just became superheroes, and the only way to practice superheroing is being sponsored by a corporation.
Becoming a hired gun, pretty much.
Right, basically almost like a hired gun. It's like security, right? Mm-hmm. Super security.
A little too much.
and I here's my other part of this theory is I don't think Stag has the only superhero team or superheroes part of their company that are sponsored by them. Yeah. I think Luthor Corp has their own team, and it's the Authority. This is why you see the Ultraman and the Engineer walking side by side, taking in Superman in cuffs.
Okay.
And also, I think these, just like in today's society, there are companies who work within the military complex. Mm-hmm. So they work closely with the government. And so Rick Flag is supposed to be part of the Suicide Squad, right? And you see him taking in Superman along with the Engineer and Ultraman. So I think Luthor Corp is connected militarily with the government. So I think they probably have contracts with the government for weapons, and he has his own team. So it's the Authority. So they work with the government to,
Okay. And
Do
they probably
whatever
have
they
like.
do.
I think they're all trying to recruit Superman, and Superman's like, nah.
Well, it could be possible, but I think Superman just works on his own,
And
and
don't like that.
and they don't like that, right? Exactly, because there's a rule.
They need
There's
the
rules.
law. They need to follow the law.
You've broken the law.
Actually, I'm looking at the Superman cast, the James Gunn Superman cast. There's also a Kara Zor-El supposed to be in here.
No way, really?
Yeah, so Kara's supposed to be in it. Oh, we got a couple people here. That's what she said. What up, Iger?
Yeah, she's chat.
Yes, I do have issues. So, yes, sir. Of course it is. It looks a little too bright, doesn't it? Yeah, definitely Apollo. Bobby Stevens. Yes, Earth 3. Thank you so much. Yes, Maxwell Lord's logo is so that's the logo that they think it's on the superheroes, right?
All right.
Reverse Kingdom Come, exactly. Yeah, good call. Also, like, so because I think that there's multiple teams in here, sponsored by different corporations, and that's why they don't like Superman, because Superman is doing things on his own, and
Doing it for free.
Yeah, doing it for free.
How dare he? How dare he to be charitable?
And I also think the whole Stag Industries, like that's why I think these people are part of Stag Industries, is because if you know the origin of Metamorpho, he was a adventurer. He was the way he turned into Metamorpho was because he was on one of these dig sites, one of these scientific sites, and for Stag Industries, and Simon Stagg found out that he was secretly dating his daughter, so he planned to kill him, and he had one of his security guys knock him out, and there's this orb of Ra that they found, and it leaked radiation and it turned him into Metamorpho. So like I think this could be part of his origin story. This is where they find the element and it turns the Anthony Kerrigan into Metamorpho.
And then he attacks them,
and I think they would put his origin in this because no one really knows who Metamorpho is on a normal basis unless you're a huge DC fan. And even DC fans wouldn't necessarily know who Metamorpho is.
5-hour-long movie.
First hour is just Metamorpho. And the second hour is going to be Bolt.
I don't think... Sorry. I could see it being a 2.5 hour movie for sure. I don't think it'll be longer than that. I think most of what we saw in the trailer is probably in the first 20 minutes of the whole movie.
Do you think it's gonna be like James Gunn does a lot of comedy? Like how much comedy is gonna be in this?
Well, if you watched any of the interviews that they've done, they interviewed Rachel Brosnahan, who plays Lois Lane, and she said there's comedy in it. So, surprise!
It's probably the banter between Clark and Lois, or Clark and the people in the Daily Planet.
Right. With Jimmy Olsen.
And Guy Gardner probably will have some comic relief.
True. But he's supposed to be annoying, though. Like, annoying. I mean, he looks annoying.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know who else.
They have Otis in there. Yeah. So, I mean, there's got to be some funny stuff going on there.
Do you think it'll, like, basically turn into, like, a Marvel movie? A modern Marvel movie where everything's just comedy every other line?
No, I don't think so.
Because I hope they don't. Because I don't know. That's kind of like the thing I don't like about the recent releases. Like everything has to be like a smart ass remark kind of thing.
Yeah, I think they'll have comedy, but I think it'll be timing and it'll be like it'll be here and there. I don't think go throughout the whole movie. I think there's gonna be some very serious aspects to this movie, especially. If my theory is correct, that there's these multiple teams that are owned by corporations, right? Like it's basically a privatized military, right?
Yeah.
Except they got superpowers, and there's like corporate espionage and corporate sabotage. So and they're done by superheroes. superpower.
I mean, I wouldn't even imagine they made the Crisis is like that monster is probably like one of the corporations, and then they're supposed to kill it so they get money for it. I wouldn't be surprised. And then like Superman ruined it all.
Exactly. But also, I mean, him letting the buildings fall over, you can see the disappointment in his face that he messed up, that he couldn't save. It feels like he couldn't save everybody, so he's upset with himself. And
do you think he like
that's why the people were upset at him and throwing stuff at him? Because during the battles, people died. That would be my guess. He came over here to save these people, and something happened
in Metropolis
back at home. Right, exactly. Right. So people could get upset at him for choosing to save other people around the world instead of them. Right.
That's true. I mean, there's a lot going on. So
yeah, there's definitely a lot. I can see why people would complain that, there's a lot of people, there's a lot of characters. I mean, it's not going to be a Superman movie.
James Gunn, surprise! It's a 3-hour movie, guys. We're going to explain everything.
I really think it'll be a Superman movie, but all these people who are in this movie have something to do with his story, right? Like it has to, it moves the story forward where maybe, and this is my guess, is because it's such a cynical world and it's all corporatized superheroes and private militarized superheroes, that Superman shows all these corporate heroes that you don't need these corporations. All they do is hinder you saving people. You can only save people when you're told you can save people, right?
Yeah.
And he's just showing, I don't care. It's not about the money. It's not about my image. It's about saving people.
So doing what is right.
Is it confirmed that Lex Luthor is the main villain of this movie?
That's what James Gunn says, but I'm not sure. I don't. In these type of movies, I don't know if you want to tell the audience who the main villain is.
Especially because he purposely he introduced like how many different options there are.
That's what I'm saying. It's like it can go either way, anyway.
I mean, we're Superman fans here, and you know that usually obviously the main villain is always Lex Luthor, right?
Yeah.
His main antagonist, but he's never the direct guy fighting him. He's never the direct guy in your face that's doing the evil stuff. True. He's behind the scenes creating these things for Superman to bother Superman, to test Superman. So
until he gets a suit.
Yeah, unless he's what's his name?
Oh,
wait, Kevin Spacey? Was it Kevin Spacey who went toe to toe with him?
Oh yeah.
It's so silly.
I mean, I was fine with it. Are they gonna have the Lex Luthor's like butler? What was her name? I forgot.
Oh, Tess Mercer? Or no?
Yeah, no. Oh man,
Tess Mercer? Is it?
Yeah, she's supposed to be like his bodyguard because
I think Tess Mercer isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope she's like a Amazonian monster.
Between Crypto and Superman. Yeah. I believe he revealed the runtime is right around under 2.5 hours, which there you go. I thought it would be between 2 and 2.5 hours. I think Guy, Hawkgirl, Mr. Terrific will only be in the first act to get the main story going. Second, third act will be like Ultraman. Yeah, I think you're right. But here's the thing. James Gunn already said that Mr. Terrific actually has a huge role in this movie. And this goes to my theory where the reason why all these people are in this movie with Superman is to show the dichotomy between the corporatized superheroes and the hope, the ray of hope from Superman, right? Where it's not about the money, the image, it's just about saving the people, and he inspires the other heroes to walk away from that corporatized superheroing. right? And I think Mr. Terrific takes notice to that more than any of the other heroes.
But if he's so smart, he should have already figured it out.
I don't know, dude. He's smart because he went for the money first. He got
That's
money.
true. He needs somebody. He needs somebody to.
Yeah. He doesn't want to be the one. He doesn't want to be the hope. I get it.
But it's also Superman's the type of hero or super being that even the government probably couldn't stop, right? Without
true,
you know, and so it's that rebellious figure for like Mr. Terrific, like that inspiring rebellious figure, and that's why I think he's more involved. Plus, he's like the smartest man on Earth, so I mean, shoot, who can't use the smartest person on Earth as a partner?
True. I mean, you could look at the behind the scenes pictures, and like he's standing right next to Superman.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but I do agree. Most of the second and third act is going to be mostly Lex Luthor and the Authority, and maybe even the government.
But do you think Lois is going to know already who Superman is?
That's a good question. So
they have a lot of romance in this trailer. So
yeah, there's a lot of pictures of her kissing Clark, and then there's her, you know, hugging and kissing Superman. So it's a possibility. Maybe she finds out throughout the movie. Like at first, it's just Clark.
Oh,
and then there's this super being that every once in a while they see, and he's so fast that no one can ever catch up to him. So,
or it's because it's James Gunn. He has to choose between Lois Lane and that little girl, and then he.
Oh God!
That's why the people are mad at him.
So Lois Lane dies within the first 5 minutes of the movie.
Bam! James Gunn.
Directed.
And Lana Lane comes in. What is that? Like the Christian Bale? Like, have you seen that meme where it just pops out? She dies, and then it's like the Christian Bale ending. Oh man, I can see that happening as a joke. I mean, anything could happen. Yeah, the behind the scenes suits pictures I'm looking at now. It's actually darker in the trailer.
Yeah, I think future trailers are going to definitely depict maybe some darker elements to the movie. Obviously, some people are complaining that this is really too bright, too kiddish, too cartoonish.
Yeah. I mean, you probably put a lot in there just to test out what people like, what people hate. Anyway, it's gonna.
Right. I don't really think it's that kiddish. I mean,
yeah, I don't either.
I think if you just compare it to Snyder, sure, because Snyder's like amped up all the way, you know.
Well, Snyder's all broody, and like explosion and brooding, but this one's just like a normal.
It's the emo kid.
I mean, he did open up with like Superman beat the hell up, like in a crater.
Right. Oh, and so bleeding. The theory that I have on that is, I think there's a picture out there of Lex Luthor, the engineer, and that Ultraman walking into the Fortress of Solitude.
Oh,
I think there's a picture of that, or at least they're in the snow, right? So
then, if Crypto takes him home, do you think it's home to
Smallville?
Yeah, it could be, because what I'm thinking is they find the Fortress of Solitude, they kill Calyx, right? They destroy the robot. That's how he finds him, and then but they're still there, and Ultraman and the engineer kick his ass.
So they find out his weakness.
I guess Ultraman can pick up the giant key.
Right.
If they have the key.
I mean, if he is a true clone, like a Superboy, you know how Lex Luthor created Superboy, Connor Kent, or you know, he created in the Zack Snyder verse, he created Doomsday. Right? Like,
I kind of hope they don't do Doomsday. I'm tired of Doomsday.
I don't think they're going to do Doomsday. Or at least not right now. But I think that's why Ultraman and the engineer are with Luthor, because that's his corporatized team, and because he created one of them, and that's how you see him fighting him in the stadium. Like, who can take on Superman, honestly, other than Superman?
I mean, yeah, I guess it's true. They need the Batman to do that stuff.
And I think they just caught him off guard. He wasn't prepared. He probably never met anybody who can match up to his power, anyways.
Yeah, he's supposed to be newish, right?
He's kind of newish. I'm sure he's been saving people, but like, kind of in not necessarily in the shadows, but because he's so fast and he's so unobtainable that, like, he's just like this, almost like a myth, or like a not a wise tales, but
they
just
kind of made him in Snyder, where it's like, oh, he's like just like everywhere, and like he just leaves super fast.
Right, and these other teams are they can't catch up to him because they don't have his power skills.
Until
yeah, there is. It's in the theaters trailers for the movie. So I haven't been to the movie theaters. So I just heard that there was a picture going around.
Okay, because I haven't seen the trailer for the movies. I mean,
so yeah, there. Okay. That's my theory on how he gets beat up, and ends up there, and I think Jarrell's right. I think maybe home is actually
Kansas,
the Kent farm. Yeah,
I guess that makes sense. Because why would he have to like do the high pitch whistle just for like Bolt would already hear everything going on? Oh, not Bolt. Sorry.
Thank you, Bobby. Let me see if there's a picture here.
Opening the Fortress of Solitude.
Oh no, it's probably on his IG.
No. He said,
oh. And you said there's gonna be a Zora Catwell?
I wonder how that's gonna come out too.
What's that?
With Zora?
Yeah.
Oh, Millie Alcock?
Yeah.
So from my understanding is she is in the movie. She's not in a after credit scene. It might feel like an after credit scene, but I think she's toward the end of the movie. And this whole thing, for all we know, could also be tied into Brainiac.
Oh.
Right? I mean, the creature at the end here, I mean, it looks like a type of like Brainiac kind of creature.
Oh, that was a thing that people were specking on before, saying that it's
Brainiac.
I don't think Brainiac's in this, but I wouldn't doubt that because of Supergirl's presence, Brainiac will eventually show up. Because she's tied to Brainiac as well as Superman, on top of the fact that like she's from the city of Kandor. The Kandor was shrunk by Brainiac and kept in a bottle. Is it right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Was it the city thing again?
Yeah.
The shrunken city?
Yeah, Kandor. And that's where she's from. So like that's got to be related somehow. I think everybody's right who says that Brainiac will be in one of Superman's main villains, but I don't think necessarily in this movie. I would probably guess a future movie or even a Justice League movie.
So they'd have like a small hint of Brainiac in this, and just like, oh,
possibly we might get some hints, like some little Easter eggs here and there.
He's the one actually behind the plans of everything.
I mean, who knows? He could be. He's that smart, right?
That's true.
So
I'm just looking at all these behind the scene images. Damn, people are taking a lot of pictures of this.
Oh yeah, a lot of people were there. I don't know. What do you guys think about the trailer? Your like final thoughts, or what do you think about my theories?
I mean, overall, I think it was perfectly fine. I don't know. I don't have really any complaints really, other than the weird hair stuff. To be honest.
Yeah, I think it was good. I think that the trailer was a nice teaser. It definitely got a lot of emotions going. You got pretty hyped for the movie. You got a lot of questions that you can kind of like ponder about.
Yeah. And the theories would make sense too.
Yeah. I think it was good. I wonder how many more trailers he's gonna drop before.
Yeah, I mean, it gave you enough to think about. There's a lot to think about.
Mhm.
My guess is definitely 2 to 3 more trailers. We're 7 months out, or more than 7 months out. We're 8 months out, and they gave us this 2 minute and 20-second teaser trailer already.
Isn't it just 6 months out?
No, it's on 7-Eleven.
So in
Oh.
July, how many months is that?
Yeah, so that's 8 months from now, or a little less than 8 months.
They'll probably give you like a trailer every month and a half.
Possibly.
And when I say that, they might just re-edit it the same one. So.
I would bet our next trailer will be Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's the closest one, I think.
I think where our next trailer will be in February, and it'll be an actual trailer that might give us a bit more of a plot about the story, because obviously this teaser trailer, a whole 6 words I think were spoken in this whole trailer.
Yeah, you need like more dialogue.
And most of it was when he's asking for Crypto to take him home. And the other word that was spoken was Superman. And that was by the kid praying. If you listen to the trailer itself, you hear him whistle 3 times throughout the trailer.
Mm-hmm.
And you also hear Superman being chanted by like a crowd throughout like half of the trailer, or the maybe the last third of the trailer.
It's probably like at the showdown between whoever the main antagonist is, and like the crowd's there to watch him.
Yeah, I mean,
like Neo versus Mr. Smith.
Yeah, I really believe like the way he's setting this up is, again, the world is super cynical with these corporatized superheroes, and he inspires the world and these superheroes to be better. But I guess we'll see.
All-Star Superman is basically almost like an ending of Superman's story, right?
Right.
So I wonder how much of that ending is going to be put into the movie if this is kind of like a year 3.
So from what I'm understanding from James Gunn is he's taking inspiration from All-Star Superman, but he doesn't want that story to be in these stories. I think it's that kind of world, that setup.
Oh, he just likes the aesthetics of it, pretty much.
Yeah, I think so.
Probably,
because there's so many different Superman stories where he lives thousands of years, or
I mean, that'd be kind of cool.
Or All-Star Superman, where he dies within the lifetime of Lois Lane, right? So it's like he's not even around for 100 years. In All-Star Superman. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of I don't think he wants to go there. And I think like in the comic books, he's also been one of those people who inspired the Legion of Superheroes, and he even was part of them at some point, like, and they're from the 34th century.
Mm-hmm.
At least there's a future. There's a future like teaser.
Yeah. Well, whatever you guys in the chat, you guys or whoever watches this review, let us know what you think about the trailer, what your thoughts were. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Are there any parts that you really loved? God, I really hope you guys didn't hate it. I mean, look, it's a teaser trailer. We haven't gotten to the plot of it really. We're all speculating anyways, and it's like, I don't know how you can complain about a movie without actually seeing it first.
And they're not even saying anything really. So
there's a lot of hate out there.
Is there a lot of hate? I haven't looked at like much of the thing.
You know what the worst part of it all is? There's hate on both sides. So there's love and then there's hate, right? There's people who like it, and then there's people who are like, oh, it's too bright. It's too, the aesthetics are too bright. The way the video and the cinematically, it's kind of weird and it looks weird. And then there's people out there like, it's not dark enough. It's it's like it's just really weird.
I don't know. I think because everybody got used to the little Snyderverse, I guess.
Nice. Yes, that's what I'm talking about, Bobby. Definitely took me back to watching the original Superman.
Did you guys see the Christopher Reeve documentary?
Not yet. Is it good?
No, I have not.
I was watching it on the plane with just a couple of half of it. It's good. It definitely brings you back to a lot of the original Supermans and stuff.
Yeah,
and his struggle and stuff like that is pretty sad, but it's good.
I heard he talks about like his choices, the things that were going on while he was filming, the movie studio issues.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there and even the producer issues and stuff like that. So I can't. I'll actually watch it this weekend because I want to catch up on that, and then it'll be nice to see his son in the movie. That would be cool. That'll probably bring a tear to my eye.
If they don't just pan over him.
That would suck.
They just Stan Lee him and he does like a little tiny.
Well, someone said, I forgot what channel I watched, but somebody was like, I hope his Christopher Reeve's son has a line and says to Superman or Clark Kent, "You look like my dad."
That'd be actually pretty cool. That'd be a good line.
That'll be a good tearjerker if you know who the actor is, right? So
that'd be pretty good.
But yeah, I liked it personally. I don't think there was much wrong with it. I don't have any issues with it actually. I can't think of one thing that I can go, oh, I wish I didn't do that. It feels like if you really think about it and say it out loud, it does feel like it's a lot of stuff in this movie already.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, we didn't even see all the characters and actors in the trailer. Like, there's like a bunch of other people who are not in that trailer.
True.
People are thinking Ma Kent is the one who dies, not Pa Kent, and that's why they're crying together.
I wouldn't be surprised if they switch it up like that.
Yeah, they did the whole Uncle Ben thing here, and Aunt May switch out.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, it's too early to tell, really. I don't know. It seems like he's trying to show that they could go dark in the beginning and go to light right away. I'm guessing that's like the whole thing gonna be. So
yeah.
Oops, sorry.
Really call. I think that's the purpose, right? Because in order to show that Superman brings the hope, it has to be hope within darkness, right? A light within darkness. So that's why I think it's a very cynical world that they live in, and we're having some technical difficulties. And
good.
I'm sure I missed some other stuff to talk about, but we've been talking about it long enough. Let's close this out. I'm gonna give a shout out to our sponsors again, and then we can get out of here. All right, we've got unlimited cover price for only 99 cents for 30 days. If you type in the code NERDVANA14, go check them out, and then go check out our friends at Bridge City Comics. You can get 10% off your purchase by typing in code TNH10. And of course, you go over to our pal at DisplayGeek.com, protect your toys, your video games, your Funko Pops by purchasing protectors. You can get 10% off your first purchase by typing the code Team NerdHerd. All right, well, I want to say thank you to Jarrell and Norman so much for being here. I really appreciate you guys. I know we went a little bit longer than I thought. I want to say thanks to the chat for tuning in, all the viewers. Just hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Tell us what you like in the comments and what you didn't like about the trailer and what you look forward to and any of your theories.
Let us know how we did as our first times too.
Yes,
constructive criticism is always good.
There's going to be more DC movies after Superman, so I'm definitely going to have you guys back because I know you guys are huge DC fans. Hopefully, we'll be talking about Zatanna one day. That's a guarantee that they will show up if Zatanna shows up. So
yeah, they'll do like a Justice League Dark or something. That'd be really
cool. That'd be sick.
Constantine's supposed to be coming out, right? So
I have hopes for that.
Remember, they got Swamp Thing.
Swamp Thing would be cool.
That's already they're doing a movie for Swamp Thing.
Wait, isn't it supposed to be what's his name doing the voice of it? I forgot.
I don't know who's supposed to be the voice. I don't think they've casted
Alan,
yet.
Alan Tudyk.
Yeah, Tudyk. Yeah.
That makes sense. All right, people. Well, thanks again. If you want to do it right, watch what you like. Peace out.